with me now. Come with me now. Whoa, come with me now. I'll take you now. Whoa, come with me now.
What's up, everybody? Extra here once again with Totally Sick Dishonored Edition. This time we're running through Mission 4, The Royal Physician, in which we have to capture Anton Sokolov, because he has more information that we need to take down the Lord Regent.
Something to look out for.
Sokolov is the guy who was in the intro, who was painting the picture of the previous High Overseer Campbell. And this mission does not actually have a lethal option, so the only thing that you can do is non-lethal, so that's really lucky for us.
With all that natural philosophy business.
This mission and the next couple of missions are actually really short, which is good. They are shorter, but they're also much more difficult to sneak through. This mission also introduces one more new, not really an enemy, but instead of walls of light, they also have these little pylons, these arc pylons that will electrify you if you get too close. It doesn't instantly kill you, which is lucky, but it still takes a shitload of health.
Citizens and visitors to our city, by order of...
I accidentally grabbed that chain there, so I'm really lucky that that tank of oil didn't land and explode, because that would have alerted everyone.
Until curfew is lifted. Attention all citizens. No pedestrians.
So as you can see, there's the main street that you could also go on, but I'll take this little minecart because it bypasses pretty much everything.
At sunrise.
Stupid goddamn son of...
This next segment coming up is Caldwin Bridge, which is probably the longest segment.
Curse the plague and this blasted curfew. How is anyone supposed to make a living?
Well now, Mr. Pratchett, even a wealthy man like you needs the City Watch.
That City Watch officer is having a conversation with Pratchett, who's the guy who has the key to that building that they're standing in front of. They're supposed to have a much longer conversation, but if you wait until this guard is done talking and then strangle him, the conversation ends abruptly, and then you can just move on. The game designers, being the smart people that they were, put those little walls there that you can see to the left so that you couldn't just bypass all of this and swim to the very end.
Into the arc pylons. Touch the charger before you're shipped when the duty officer brings it by.
If you notice that guy that's leaning against the wall there, you basically have to wait until the two guys that are talking right now say something along the lines of, you'll be happy when Slackjaw's boys come to slit your ricker, and then he'll start walking forward, and then you can jump up here. Because by then, they'll be too preoccupied with talking to worry about you.
That's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Fled.
There's also several little control towers that you can get into where you can actually raise and lower the drawbridge, so you could proceed that way if you wanted, but it's much easier to just travel across the top of the bridge. What I'm doing right now is waiting for the guard that's one floor above us to walk forward so I can strangle him. Once that's done, we will proceed towards the top of the bridge. The secondary objective we have here is to take out the floodlights that are around the area so that Samuel can dock his boat. we'll do a little tightrope walking, and then this little thin bar here will take us directly towards the whale oil tanks that we need to pull out.
Stupid god.
Then I linger around here for a second because about 2 floors down there are 2 guards talking, and you have to wait till a certain part of their conversation before they won't be looking in this direction. Obviously, don't fall off the side there because that is very easy. So that's it for that part. This third part is probably the most time-dependent one. If you don't do everything as fast as possible, you won't be in a correct position to get around all of this stuff. Because none of the guards will be in the correct positions. Strangle this guy, then turn off the power to the wheel so that it stops turning, so that we can get over and deactivate a fuel tank to get rid of that wall of light that's at the very end. So now we're past all of that, and this is the final part where you actually capture Sokolov. So as you can see, like I said earlier, this mission is fairly straightforward. There's not really any other hardships other than you just have to kind of figure out how to get around everywhere and learn the enemy patterns. As soon as you get up here, this guy will turn to his right and you can go strangle him. I like those Beetlejuice stockings that those guys have.
I now turn my hopes and energies to Formula 25, which in...
So now that we have Sokolov, we're at the top of the area. We basically need to get to the bottom of the area down there. And we'll basically just hang out here for a second. That Overseer will walk towards the middle, and he'll turn to his right and stare over the edge. And then he'll turn to his right again and walk back to that ledge. That guy that's down there will stop and stand there for a second in the spotlight. And then he will turn around and walk back. And this guy to the left will walk down the stairs in just a second. So I'm basically waiting for all of their pathfinding cycles to psych up. So as soon as he turns, we can jump down. And then that guy will turn to his left. And then we're home free. So there's Samuel's boat, we'll go deliver Sokolov, and that'll be all for this mission, and I will see you guys next time.
Royal physician himself. You made a neat job of it. Drop him here and we'll be off.